All right. So the update of preparations for the federal runoff election on January 5th, 2021 for the 2 U.S. Senate races. Mr. Barron.
Yes, we'll have 38 drop boxes open again. Those are governed by Rule 1, State Election Board Rule 183-1-14-0.6-.14. That rule governs all the secure absentee ballot drop boxes. They're open now. They can be opened 49 days ahead of Election Day. We've had overlap with other elections, so other than closing them on December 1st on election night, they've essentially been open for quite a while now. They are all surveilled by Fulton County Police 24 hours a day via video camera. They're fastened securely to the ground. We empty them once per day, and those fulfilling that duty swear an oath for poll officers. They complete transfer forms and deliver those to the Government Center for processing. The state mailed its first batch of absentee by mail ballots on November 30th. The My Voter page will show issue dates as early as November 18th for that November 30th mailing. So ballots in some cases were mailed 12 days after that. Through yesterday, we received 126,852 applications for mail ballots. We processed 125,317 of those, and we received 8,448 ballots back. As I said earlier, we will be conducting all of the ballot by mail processing, including signature verification and the scanning. That at Georgia World Congress Center, the signature verification piece of it will begin out there on Monday, December 14th. On the 21st, we'll begin opening and scanning ballots. All of our ballot applications processed, as I said earlier, through December 11th will be mailed by Runback. Any applications processed beginning December 12th and onward, we will mail all of those. Early voting begins Monday. You will see in your packet the locations that we have for the January 5th election. And we've got the bus schedule in your packet as well with those locations. We have 30 locations, plus we have the 2 outreach sites this time at State Farm Arena and Mercedes-Benz. Those State Farm is only open Monday, December 14th through the 19th, whereas Mercedes-Benz then opens December 22nd through the 30th. And so there are 2 days in there where neither one of those sites are open. We are also closed on December 24th and December 25th during early voting for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And let's see, the hours are going to be Monday through Saturday, 8:30 to 6, December 14th through the 26th. We'll be open on the Sundays, noon to 6. And in week 3, December 28th through the 30th, we're open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Again, for the holidays, December 24th and 25th, and the other holidays, December 31st and 1st, we will be closed. Police officers will provide security at all early voting locations. Election day is on January 5th. We will have 254 polling locations open, more than 2,500 poll workers. We will additionally have 2 line managers per location. And we will have the provisional ballot stations in precincts with high provisional voting history. We will also, we're working again with Vasu Abhiraman from the ACLU, and we're working with Vincent Russo to have people do the canceled ballot stations. And there will be different people from different parties at all of the polling stations to handle those canceled ballot affidavit stations for the January 5th election. And we will have 254 locations open. I said training on forms and closeout on election night will begin for all poll managers next week. New poll managers will undergo training, and most of the poll workers are returning from November and December election duty for January 5th. Logic and accuracy is underway for election day. Deliveries for election day begin on December 21st. And logic and accuracy concluded yesterday for early voting. Deliveries began yesterday for those sites, and they will conclude on Friday. And let's see, and police, we will have police officers providing security at all election day locations as well. And that is what I have on November, or for January.
And that concludes your report?
Yes.
Yes. All right, questions or comments from board members? And Mr. Wingate, then Ms. Newriddin.
Director, let me make sure I understood correctly. Did you state that we will start absentee ballot signature verification on December 14th?
Yeah, the signature verification is going to begin. We're going to do almost all of it at Georgia World Congress beginning December. We had training for signature verification yesterday. The setup is beginning today over there. We're moving, we're going to get all the IT portion of that set up today. The cutters, everything's going to be, the setup is beginning for everything over there today. All the tables and chairs and all of those, like the barriers around the work areas, those are all being set up as well.
Okay, all right. So in terms of the signature verification training, who conducted that?
That Ralph conducted signature verification training. And we're using, we're going to have 30, there will be 25 people specifically doing signature verification, and then another 5 individuals will be doing credit for voting, where they'll scan the barcodes on the incoming ballot envelope. Another 7 will be doing, will be runners and doing intake.
All right. You've, as you know, I've asked, requested, if you will, and I've seen other requests of the same variety to have 2 people that would verify the absentee ballot signatures coming in. Have you given any other thought to that? Anything you can report to us as to what the disposition of that request is?
I have, well, if we were to do that, I haven't talked with Ralph about spreading that amongst the 25 people there. I mean, it's going to take twice as long to do it. You have 2 people that are going to have to do it at separate times. Or we would have to purchase another 25 laptops, which I don't think we have the budget for. And we do not have, we would have to double the space. So there's no requirement in the law for that. There will be, it's going to be in view of the public. But
it'll be in view of the public, but can we agree or disagree that the observation of that is fairly, well, probably not fairly, but significantly limited because of the distance that these folks would have to be away from the actual process? In other words, if Wingate is standing in the observation area, I would not be able to determine, the signature that is on an absentee outer envelope, let alone that screen that they're looking at off ENET that is supposedly the verification source.
There's personal identifying information on those screens.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we also have to protect the privacy of the voters.
Understand.
As well, the process. So.
But I just think that just so that everybody understands, the observation of this is going to be more just a faraway view of those mechanically going through the process.
Right. And I think the state issued this morning an official election bulletin on that, which let's see if I can.
I haven't read it. I have to see it. But.
Did you see it? Yeah, we sent it out this morning.
Dr. Ruth, did you read it?
Yeah. And so in that bulletin that Chris Harvey sent out, it does state that it's important for public viewing, that it offers a meaningful access to view the process. So being so far away really doesn't do that. And I know that where people may be we're concerned about COVID, and that's understandable, but everyone should be wearing masks. So we should still offer a space for viewing that is close enough that provides a meaningful viewing of the process.
Right, and he did clarify.
Rick, before you go on, it also says, and I don't want to make people believe that we're trying to hide anything, but it also says the next paragraph says the fact that the signature verification process is public under Georgia law does not mean that the public observers should be allowed to see confidential information or to interfere with the process. So we have to balance where they're located to the privacy.
And Chris Harvey did in an email afterwards, he did clarify that we do have to protect the voters' privacy. And let me see, I can read you.
So, and this also brings about the importance of training for observers, for the monitors, anyone observing the process. We've seen that videos have been taken, pictures have been taken, and it's important that people are trained and know that this is not allowable. Any videos or photography is not allowed in the counting process.
Yeah, and we will.
Isn't there like a code of ethics that are posted for observers?
We're going to post something that basically tells them there's no like binoculars there. I mean, some of the things that happened at the hand tally is that they would walk up, 6 feet from the table with a pair of binoculars and stand in front of them.
Right, that code needs to be public.
So there's going to be, no photography. I mean, no video, because we're going to be live streaming this as well.
Right. You're right. I'm sorry. One other quick question. So I don't lose my train of thought. Director, in terms of the Ralph Jones trained signature verifiers for absentee by mail, are those
What was the first part you said, Mark?
Yeah, you stated that Ralph trained our people on signature verification.
Yeah, and I think he's going to continue to do some more, but yeah.
Okay. Very quick. Now the people that Ralph trained, are those our employed election department people, or who are these people?
Almost all of them, if not all of them, are actually county employees that are on administrative leave from other departments.
Okay. Are there any happy
correct,
faces?
Ralph? What's that?
Are there any happy faces people in that group?
I don't believe, Ralph, it's.
Yes, there are happy people in that group also.
There are or aren't?
They are.
Okay.
How many of the 20 or 25?
They are going to be the 25 people are all going to, that's going to be at the Georgia World Congress Center, are going to be Fulton County people. But we will train some happy faces folk just in case the Fulton County person doesn't show or has problems. We need to have a contingency plan in place. So everybody will eventually be trained. So we will train over 40 people 40 happy faces people in order to be able to switch in and out of signature verification also.
But the objective is right now is that unless that circumstance occurs, these will be county employees in those roles.
That is correct.
Okay. One other quick thing, and there's just so much, and I apologize, but the Secretary of State has publicly commented, at least that I have seen a couple of times, that the GBI provided signature training to all counties in Georgia. And Director, I think you and I had that conversation, and you indicated to me that Fulton County has not had any direct signature verification training from the GBI. Is that correct?
Ralph, as far as I'm aware, the only training the counties received was during the presentation given at the statewide conference last December. Is that correct?
That is correct, Mr. Barron. I was going to say that they did make a presentation at the statewide conference.
Okay, so that would not be then specific training to those individuals who will actually perform that operation. Is that, can we have that?
I agree with that. Yes.
Okay, thank you.